cover that episode.
I wasn't even there.
Yeah, you were.
No, I wasn't.
Or
I
was
was
that
on the
Ben?
phone.
It was Nick.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
we had him on the phone.
Yeah, sick boy.
That's right. That's funny. With the Akinator.
My question is, can they even hear me right now?
Talk?
Hi. This is
Kinda.
the way.
I'm sure it's muffled. Yeah, I need to make sure to really talk into the mic.
Ba-da-dun-da-da-dun-dun-dun.
Really
Da-na-na.
project and
Da-na-na-na.
enunciate.
Enunciate. I'm so tired, dog.
Well, this is gonna be a very divisive episode, I would assume,
I'm about to get.
for the 3 people that watch it.
I think that's pushing it.
Yeah, that's pushing it. Sorry, 1.5.
I think that's pushing it. 1.5 people. We're going back.
Okay. I think I've had enough of this thing.
It's Quan Mills.
Quan Mills.
That's our first celebrity guest.
Yeah. Quan Mills, if you're watching,
It's not. Watch him. Do a comment.
come on the pod.
Write a Star Wars book. We'll help you with the lawsuits against Disney.
Yeah, we'll review it and all that jazz. Grab the camera and bust in the Nick's room. Like, how do you feel about this?
Are you really sick?
Are you really sick?
We brought COVID tests, flu tests, influenza tests, cold tests, bitch tests.
There we go.
And they all
We're getting in the zone. Relax. It happens.
Bum, 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 bum.
Boom, 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 boom.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum. Ba-da-da-dum.
Bum, 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 bum.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
He didn't do the music of the 3rd season, did he?
He helped with it.
Crazy.
I think some tracks are still him. But I think most of it was done with Joseph Shirley, who's like a close collaborator with him, because he also did Creed 3 when he didn't do when he did do the first 2 Creeds.
Interesting.
So I think they're like close collaborators.
All I gotta say is these things need to have like a. They definitely. How they seeing these things?
But he is doing the movie though,
It's like
Good.
so. Because I'm guessing he probably didn't do Mandalorian because he was doing Black Panther around that time.
Yeah. And Black Panther 2 was substantially better than season 3. I thought Black Panther 2 was better than the first one. I thought it was a great movie.
Like the movie or like the soundtrack? What are we talking
Movie.
about?
I thought it was really cool.
It's a good movie.
It was good.
better than the first.
I think the last 10 minutes of the first one were quite bad.
But everything else is great, and I'd say
I think the ending is pretty good, but like besides like the CGI fight is a little wonky, but
The ending after the fight is good. Yes.
yeah. So like what 10 minutes movie, you're like, oh, CGI fight, but then like you putting it down just because of that.
No, I just don't think it's that. I just don't think it's that strong.
it's not even that bad of a fight.
No, I'm just saying I didn't love it.
Okay.
Much like Rick has a bunch of petty issues with Last Jedi, I can have a bunch of petty issues with Black Panther. That's just how it goes.
Okay. Okay.
This is already a great start.
It is. By the time this goes up, hopefully it'll be May 4th.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Hopefully.
We're talking Star Wars.
Hopefully we put it up. Hopefully we put the episode up. It's not like May 10th.
Yeah, we do have one we filmed backlog. I guess by the time you're watching this, we have been on quite the
Hiatus.
hiatus.
So
We really don't even have a
been-
reason for it. We just kind of
It's kind of just been busy times.
yeah,
It's true.
Well,
Moving and
Yeah.
buckle in. This is gonna be quite the
bunch
episode.
of nonsense.
I'm gonna be fighting.
Bunch
for
of
my
stuff
life.
you haven't that
I'm-
you've heard a million times before from both parties. from
I'm
both
gonna
sides.
be fighting for my life.
I feel like I'm gonna be leaning towards talking about stuff that
Positive.
yeah.
Good.
No.
Me too. Absolutely.
It's like I want to talk about like upcoming stuff. I
Yeah.
guess. Which I guess there's one upcoming thing that you've been negative on.
Negative Nancy over here.
Less negative, more just apprehensive.
If
I
Nick-
have hope. I think it'll be.
if Nick
I think
was
it'll be
here.
fun.
It would be 2 people.
But Nick just hates everything. Everything
Yeah,
that's upcoming.
so So
He has not watched a trailer that he likes. Besides weapons, is what he claims.
yeah, the other day he was like, I'm also
He did
he's like, I'm also nervous about Spider-Man 2. He said that to me recently. I was like, okay, you're nervous about everything, my dude.
Okay. But let's see. One of my favorite things that have come out of Star Wars recently are the Jedi games.
Real.
Oh yeah,
Peak story. I think across both of them, even though the second one, the story wise, is significantly, I guess worse is a harsh word, but not as good. But it's still like a really good story, I think. And I am very excited for this third game. I'm curious to see how they up the ante again with this one, because it's such a significant jump from the first one to the second one. I'm talking Jedi Survivor and Jedi Fallen Order.
How much time is between them?
5 years.
Okay, I never played the second one, but
Well, like story wise, it's 5 years. I think
right.
in real life,
It wasn't very long. It was kind of
2019 to 2023.
not a
So
horrible turnaround.
what, 4 years? I think the biggest issue with the story is the fact that they had the gang break up off screen.
yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and so like they're trying to like rebuild that when we could have just jumped right in with them being together again. And then the villain isn't as strong. I thought the old Republic stuff.
Tantalor.
Tantalor! Dude, you said that before it even happened. You're like, Tantalor! Like, oh, and I had already finished the game. And then he screams Tantalor. Like, oh. That was funny. But the old Republic stuff I didn't think was as compelling as I was hoping it was going to be. But yeah, I'm curious to see how they wrap it up. I'm hoping to get more planets in the next game, because there were more locations, but not like planets. Like there were like space stations and then
Yeah.
like a small planet.
It was kind of cool seeing Coruscant taken over by the Empire.
Yeah,
in that one section.
that's probably my favorite
That's
place
like-
to go around.
Right at the start of the game, isn't it? That's the first place you go to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How many levels / planets were in the first one?
We got Zepho, Bogano,
There we go.
Kashyyyk,
You had the sisters, the
Dathomir.
Dathomir. So Maul
Yeah.
planet.
What was that?
Moral of the story, I remember the locations being very cool in the first
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's Nur, which is where the
Nur.
NUR, which is the space or the state station where it's where like Vader's castle or his other castle is,
That's cool.
or the Inquisitor's base. That's where it's at.
Okay.
And but you can't go back there after the game.
Yeah, that is
that's
underwater.
Yeah.
Vader proceeds to just hold back an entire ocean pretty much with rage.
And
pretty
Ilum,
cool.
you get to go to,
Okay.
which is Starkiller Base before it was Starkiller Base.
I still remember getting to the end of that game, and it gets to the point where like she's like, because all of a sudden you beat why am I blanking on her name? The second sister,
Oh, Trilla.
Trilla. You beat
Yeah.
Trilla, and all of a sudden she like stops moving. I'm like, what in the world's wrong with her? And you just see the lightsaber.
That is a great moment.
That is like one of the greatest reveals in modern Star
It's
Wars.
so cool.
Because like growing up these days, you know all the big reveals, just from living.
That was cool.
and so to have a Vader reveal again
No kidding.
in modern
That was
times.
awesome.
And luckily that wasn't spoiled for me beforehand, because I went back and watched trailers. It's in the trailers.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like luckily.
Wow.
man.
Good thing you didn't watch
And,
it.
and there's no health bar. It's just
Yeah.
survive.
That is cool too. That is awesome.
And then you get it again in the second game, which is also fire. A lot of people complain about,
He gets beat, technically.
well, I guess beat, but just like he
Well,
takes damage.
He takes a lot of damage, even though it's aura. He rises out and he's on fire.
Yeah.
That's cool. That sounds cool.
It's like, yeah, it's a video game. It's gonna be, if they give you a boss fight in Words 1, you have to, I guess, win the fight to move on. But then he still wins after in the cutscene. So.
I was raging so hard during that boss fight.
Yeah, you lost a lot.
Well, I was playing on hard.
Were you playing on hard?
Yes,
Oh.
because I replayed the first one platinumed it before the second, like right before the second one came out. So like, I was like, okay, I'm feeling pretty confident going into this one. I'm steamrolling the rest of the game. I get the Vader. I'm just getting my butt whooped. I'm like, what in the world? Because he had one move that pretty much insta-shot you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was a struggle. You came over because
Yeah, I was
you're like, I want to watch that.
because I knew where you were at, and I was like, I got to see this, but I couldn't tell you, of course.
Yeah, it was the same thing with like when I was playing Spider-Man 2, right before the Peter and Miles fight.
Oh yeah.
You're like, I want to witness
Great,
this.
yep.
I'm like, hold up, let me come over. We're gonna get that again, probably, because I guarantee I'll beat either Spider-Man 3 or Jedi 3 whenever those come out before you, and I'll know.
Well, I don't have as much time.
But you'll call me and be like, all right, wait an hour for me to drive all the way to Red
That's real.
It's 35 to 40 minutes. That's about it.
Yeah. Not like 2 blocks away like it was before.
Yeah, you walked.
Yeah. Well, when Survivor came out, I was still living far away. And then I was on break from college.
Yeah. Because that's the
Oh,
main
did you
reason
live
why.
that
That's the
way?
main reason why
Yeah, gotcha.
you stinking flew through it.
Yeah, because I had, 2 classes?
Oh, that's another
lucky
reason.
son of a gun.
That's another reason why I think it took me longer than you is because remember I ordered the deluxe edition, the one that was like one in so many, and it came with Cal's lightsaber and like the card and then the steel book. So I had to wait like another week to play it, and I stayed away from spoilers completely.
Good.
I still need to buy one of those Disney Park blades to go into it because I don't have one.
Yeah, so it came out...
Which the cool thing is, if I went to Disney parks and bought like Cal's first lightsaber, it comes with a connector, and that still connects to the other one to where you can have them together.
Really?
I think it came out. I played for like a few hours. Went to like my one class that day, and then went back and kept playing.
I'm impressed you didn't skip.
Probably should.
I used to skip. Like, when a game came out, like if Bonanza would have come out during when I was in college, I definitely would have.
That semester of college was kind of just a.
I will.
You took a gap year. Did a side
irrelevant.
quest in college and then came back.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I will say those. It was kind of a mixture. Jedi Fallen Order was what that, and then also with the Mandalorian coming out, they were kind of at the same time, weren't they? Or was that season 2? I'm trying to remember.
Season 3. It was.
Well, Fallen Order.
Well, Fallen Order.
That would have been
Order.
season 2.
That was
Wasn't
in
it?
season 1.
Season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
Wow.
kind of came out, and I remember
2019.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
21.
the Mandalorian and that game is what really
Brought back Star Wars.
it brought back Star Wars for me. It made me fall
Good
in love
season
with the
that was.
franchise again. I said completely. I said these guys know it. If you guys don't know it, I'm not the biggest fan of the sequel trilogy. They're okay to me. I've started to kind of feel a lot more okay with the things just because of time.
Yep.
But I'm still not a fan of it. They know I'm not a fan of it, but I'm not gonna. It's not worth it to hate on other people because they like something that you don't like.
Yeah.
So I'm generally like we'll discuss it. We have difference of opinions, but then we're like, okay, it's cool, it's whatever. We all love Star Wars. Why does it matter?
Because there's plenty of great things in Star Wars that we agree on.
There is, and I was talking to my girlfriend. She just watched them all, and she didn't mind, and she knows I don't like The Last Jedi. She got done with it. She's like, I didn't mind it. I was like, yeah, I don't like it, but don't feel like you're not supposed to like it because I don't like it.
Correct.
I said I'll tell you what I think, but that's up to your opinion, and I'm also not gonna get mad at you for liking it if you did.
It was cool hearing you say, like, even if it's not a lot, you're coming around to it slightly. And I saw someone on Twitter had posted, like, we're getting into the time where it's, it's around a decade that Force Awakens is 11 years old this year. Last Jedi will be 10 years old next year, and etc. But, like, we're witnessing the same thing. Like, Phantom Menace, that did not go well for 10 years. You look at, like, people who got out of the movie, and they're like, yeah, it's fine. And, like, we were seeing the same thing where people are realizing, a lot of people, like the people that people that I follow in like the movie space that are very vocal about criticizing Last Jedi and Rise, and I don't think most people aren't going to come out on Rise, but they're like, I'm going to rewatch Last Jedi for the first time in like 4 years, and they watched it, and they're like, okay. I was like, I get it. I don't love it, but I get it.
Yeah.
And we're getting to the point where the tensions are going down, and people, finally, 9 years, but people are like, it's a movie. It's in a franchise. Every franchise has ones that are divisive. I mean, Phantom Menace is rotten. Attack of the Clones is one of the worst reviewed, period. But now, the prequels are awesome. Love the prequels. You love the prequels. Everyone loves the prequels. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's cool seeing it, because we were young when those came out. We weren't even alive when the first one, when Phantom Menace came out. But seeing it in real time for at least there wasn't a lot to do with Force Awakens, because it's a great movie and everyone loves it. But for Last Jedi in particular,
well, people love Force Awakens when it first came out, and then
they're starting to turn around on it. Like
they turned on it because they don't like the other two.
Yeah,
like,
I think the hard thing for the sequels is that last movie is what's gonna make it to where a lot of times it's the ending that really makes or breaks sometimes the trilogy, being like, okay, if they would have stuck a landing a little bit more, I think it's gonna have
which is so annoying, because you saw the first two, like,
yeah, but
so frustrating.
I'm getting at, like, with the prequels, you have that third one that everyone's starting to be like, oh, we love the third one, like that ending right there, I think is what probably helped a little bit on the turnaround on it. But I think it's still like that last one's going to still leave people sour, I have a feeling.
I'm of the mind that if they had asked every Star Wars, or like the people that hate the sequels, all right, Episode 9, what do you want from this movie? And they made it perfectly to what they want.
Everyone would still hate it.
They would still
would have hated it. You're exactly right.
It could be the perfect Star Wars movie, and just because they hate Last Jedi, they're gonna hate this movie.
And it's just a thing of they hate like Disney, and they're so stuck on just the past and everything. And Colin Trevorrow, Duel of the Fates, sound like that. His fans sounded so cool. It still would have come out, and it would have been rotten, and people would have been like, "Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that?" There is no one. Like, we are not this, thank God. But like the quote, "No one hates Star Wars quite like Star Wars fans." 100% true. But if you're like us and you're like, there is so much good here. If you don't like a movie, fine, whatever. There is so much. Rebels, Clone Wars, that gives you months of some of the best storytelling that Star Wars has to offer.
I like I was saying earlier, I'm getting more okay with it, because it's like, okay, I can't change it. That's part of my thing.
Correct.
But at the same time, it's like, it's still not my favorite thing. I will make that vocal. If we get into it, I still will say it's not my favorite. I think they could pull a Clone Wars treatment and give me more in between, and it would probably help it. But until that happens, it's probably still not going to be my favorite thing forever. Which I have my reasonings. If we go into it, I'll talk about it. But it's kind of beating a dead horse. It's the same plot. It's the same point that everyone else has. So
yeah.
But not to the extent of everyone else, where it's like, oh, that was the worst decision ever. It's like, well, I think it could have been better, is more my opinion. There's things in there.
You're not the Luke having flaws, killed my dog kind of, or
no,
Rian Johnson personally, I don't know, did something awful to me.
It's like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, that's not what I would have done. I think it could have been handled a lot better, instead of, I think that would have probably helped it, but...
You know, sometimes I think J.J. Abrams is starting to get more hate than Rian Johnson is, which makes no sense, because the first one he made was good, or at the very least you have to admit it's solid. And then his second one he did basically was ripped apart and forced to be this mess of a movie because they're doing damage control. So
definitely
he couldn't make a movie that he wanted to make.
It wasn't. I don't think he's not a top 50 director. He's had some really good ones, but I do think in interviews that I've heard, obviously studio meddling like out the wazoo, but he was, everyone hated Last Jedi. We're gonna put our tail between our legs. We have to fix everything people hated, and you're not gonna please everyone. Like, you can't spend half of Rise of Skywalker switching up and trying to retcon things, and like, it doesn't work, and it didn't work, and it was terrible. You should have just done what Johnson gave you and made a movie.
like some of the like there are certain things that I did actually like in that one. It was like the Rey being a nobody, they should have kept it. I said you went to that point, keep it at least as something interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And Kylo going full villain, that stuff is good stuff.
Yes,
But
so good.
I was like it's just like, but then you went back on that in Rise of Skywalker. I hated the return of Palpatine.
Yeah, the one
That's so weird. That's so lazy.
the one thing everybody can agree on is they should have had a complete plan before doing
Oh, yeah.
doing it. Because whether or not that's either just like getting together with a writer's room or having just one person direct all three, which you don't have to do that because the original trilogy had 3 different directors.
Right.
But just having either one writer or a group of writers that have a clear idea of where this is going to go from the start. But they didn't do that.
I said the thing with the original trilogy where they were probably able to do that a lot easier is because there is nothing stopping them from being like, okay, this happens, this happens, this happens. Because it's like this is the new franchise. It's like,
Yeah.
okay.
There's not as much stakes.
Yeah, it's kind of like when I heard that apparently when Empire came out, people hated some things with like changes in the Force. I'm like, it's the second movie.
Yeah,
They
relax.
can do whatever they want.
It is pretty jarring. Like looking at like Force Awakens and Last Jedi is a banging duology, and like it picks up right where it ends, and it feels very natural. But my goodness, like Rise is just everything that it's just weird. They reversed the wrong things. Like they fixed the wrong things. Like no one had a problem. Yeah, like people who still didn't like Last Jedi, they loved Kylo Ren. That's like one thing that most people can agree is Kylo was incredible.
Kylo was
through
the best
7 and 8.
part of the
yes.
sequel trilogy,
and we're gonna
hands
make him.
down.
We're gonna make him good. You can make him conflicted, but he's not.
He should have went full villain.
Yes,
Well,
and he did in 8.
Because my favorite moment of Rise of Skywalker, because I remember watching that movie and the opening scene.
It's the beginning. Yes,
is him.
It's awesome.
Going to
slicing
Mustafar
these guys down.
and just slaughtering
It's
people.
great.
And then he's full on threatening Palpatine.
Yeah, and it's
whether,
awesome.
Whether or not you like Palpatine being in the movie, I'm 50-50 on it. I guess I'm more negative on it.
I'm like 37
than that.
Yeah, and he has good.
But him
moments.
like holding a lightsaber to his face and
It's
threatening
awesome.
Palpatine, he's awesome.
I said
And then
Very
he
effective
just all right, I'm gonna switch sides now.
I said I was okay. I'm just gonna go on this. Since I didn't like The Last Jedi, when I didn't go watch Rise of Skywalker in theaters, because I ain't gonna lie, my love of Star Wars was pretty hampered by
Yeah.
the last movie. Just because I have my reasonings. Luke was my hero growing up as a child, so like, because I was very young getting into Star Wars, so like these were my heroes growing up. So like, I had a lot of things that I just hated about the movie whenever that movie came out. I still have some of those things, like why didn't we put at least the 3 main characters in a room together for at least one scene, maybe even just a flashback,
JJ.
but like
But yeah, flashback for sure.
one scene. But I was like, gosh dang it, that hurt me watching that. But like I remember my family had when it came out on Disney Plus, they sat my butt down and was like, okay, we're gonna watch Rise of Skywalker just to finish off the trilogy.
Yep.
I was like, fine, okay. I locked in for that opening scene, and then it jumped to the next scene, lost me entirely.
Yeah.
It's like immediately when they started flying through walls with the Millennium Falcon, I just went, oh my gosh.
I remember watching that scene in the theater for the first time and be like,
I was so in.
they might actually pull this off. And then I left the
just kept
theater.
going.
Left the theater being like, that was probably my least favorite.
I still remember when the trailer came out and I heard Palpatine's voice. I was like, ugh. That was another thing. I heard that and my brain just went, I don't care anymore. I said, I'm so done. Like, I'm not like in the mindset of like, oh, well, yeah, kind of. I'm in that mindset. I still don't think he should have came back because it takes away from Anakin, but whatever.
I was letting them cook, but in watching the movie, it wasn't executed well because the entire thing on the planet Exgol and him having this entire
Huge fleet. The Final Order.
the whole fleet, and it's like, where did this come from? Why didn't this appear sooner?
We
What's the
have
point of this?
we have built Star Destroyers with Death Star weapons.
Yep.
Like,
It was
come
off the
on.
walls.
It was just it was too far. But no, but I think we should probably get past the negatives. So final statement. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the sequel trilogy. If you love them, you love them. I ain't gonna get mad at you for it. If you're a Star Wars fan, if you're part of the franchise because you love those films, that is perfectly okay. Because more Star Wars fans is better than less Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
Because it's what keeps this franchise alive, a franchise I love. Yeah. But I said the original trilogy is my favorite. The third one's one of my favorite from the prequel trilogy. Not a real big fan of the sequels. 7's solid. Not a fan of the last two, but I still love the franchise. It didn't.
You are allowed to like whatever you want to like.
I have a lot that I love that has came out like from Disney. Rogue One. I love The Mandalorian. If you couldn't tell, I was wearing the Mandalorian helmet at the beginning of this. I am so psyched for that new movie. Like when they brought back the Clone Wars Siege of Mandalore, I was so hyped for that
Oh man,
crap.
so good.
The Bad Batch was pretty solid. Yeah, I said we don't talk about the sisters episode.
True.
But if you like that episode,
that's good.
Good
no
for you.
no
That's
hate
great.
to you.
Good for you, man.
You can skip one episode though.
If the sisters episodes of season 7 of the Clone Wars are your favorite, those god awful episodes are your favorite, good.
I hope you burn like
Great.
Anakin on Mustafar.
On opposite day.
On opposite day.
We hope you have a great day. Those are great episodes.
But no, I will say one of my earliest we should go into more positives about Star Wars at the moment. One of my earliest memories growing up was watching the original trilogy at my cousin's house on VHS all the time.
I had the VHS
like
too.
we were I don't think New Hope was played as much, but Empire and Return of the Jedi, because as a child, New Hope is not boring. The people who say it's boring are crazy, but as like a child, I liked the other two more. That was just there was more lightsaber
more
fights.
laser swords.
More laser swords.
Yeah.
I said
Yep.
Vader being like, "I am your father." Yeah, I knew it. I don't know where I learned it. It wasn't like a surprise when I watched it, but like that scene was still cool as a kid. The last part with like Luke throwing away the lightsaber in that final fight, going, "I'm a Jedi like my father before me," and like and then at that time, like Clone Wars is coming out too, so it's like, oh, I'm getting to watch Anakin be the Jedi that in those movies Luke is like, oh, I'm gonna be like my father. It's like you get to see that. It's like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I think my earliest memories of Star Wars, because I didn't get really into it until I guess a little bit later, like I was 10 or 11. Because when Force Awakens come out, it was such a big deal. Like, I got to be a part of this. I have FOMO or whatever.
FOMO.
So I watched it, loved it, and I was like, all right, I'll get into it. But like these days, you're born knowing what Star Wars is
for sure.
And so I've always known what Star Wars was, and like my earliest memories with it, like I had friends that were playing Lego Star Wars, and I remember at one point they were watching. I guess I'll say from my perspective then one of the movies. I didn't know which one, and I just remembered the scene of this guy hanging upside down in an ice cave, trying to get the lightsaber.
Yep.
Like, oh, it's Empire Strikes Back. I know that now, obviously.
Yep.
But I always wanted to like figure out what the movie that was from. I didn't know that. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Then eventually, I had watched the entire original trilogy. At some point, I was like, yeah, these are good, but I still didn't like get into it very much. And then this one came out, and I got into it. I went back and watched all the prequels, and then Also, I watched the prequels for the first time in reverse order. I watched 3, 2, 1.
I did too, actually. For the first time when I was a kid, yeah. Me too.
Like, why did I do that?
Yep. My earliest was Revenge of the Sith. And I had it on DVD. I still have the same DVD that I had. But, so when I was... When did that come out?
Which one?
2005?
Yeah,
It was 5. Yes, I was 4.
I was 2.
So that came out, and my parents got me the DVD for whatever reason. And my brother and I shared... I guess it would have been a couple years after that. But we shared a room, and we would always watch, like, the same movie every day. Like, when we go to bed, we'd put on Megamind. Or, like, literally 2 months would go by. We'd watch Megamind every single night when we go to bed. And we hit a Revenge of the Sith era. It was, like, probably 2006. I knew what Star Wars was before that. Mm-hmm. But I only owned Revenge of the Sith. And I'm like, this is the best movie ever. Like, this is so great. It's so awesome. We'd watch it every single night when we were going to bed. Like, the most depressing movie ever to watch every night. But that was it. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, there's more of these? I'm like, what? And then I watched Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this adds so much. Like, this makes so much more sense. Like, who these people are, like, what these planets are, what are we doing here? And then my dad let me borrow his. Not let borrow. He put on the original trilogy on VHS, which I still own. Back, it wasn't Star Wars wasn't in the name. It was just A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. But then I watched it and I'm like,
it was just Star Wars and then Empire Strikes Back.
oh, that's right. And then it was there was no episodes.
Yeah.
But it was. I was like, wait, like where's Obi-Wan? Like where's Padme? And because I was a kid, I was like, oh, Padme's dead. I was like, there's so much here. Like, there's so much content. And then obviously, she's safe. No, she's safe. No, she's not. She's 6 feet under.
No.
But, and then I really, grew up at the perfect time. I was 14, and we were in a bigger city down that way. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And I don't know why I was there. It was family Christmas, I think. And my uncle texted me, and he's like, hey, I got us all tickets to go see The Force Awakens. And he doesn't even really like Star Wars. And I'm like, oh my gosh, no way. And that was like such a core memory because like everyone was dressed up and it was like a new Phantom Menace. But instead of people walking out being, people walked out and like we're like feverish with, this is awesome. Like this was so good.
There were people in costumes in the theater. People cheering.
Yes,
It was
there was
amazing.
I have a picture of a guy riding a fake tauntaun outside the theater. I don't know how. I don't know what it like. I don't know what it was, but I'm like, this is crazy.
It was a spray painted horse.
And it was like Kylo Ren was my background for like a year on my phone. Like this movie, and then obviously I fell in love with Last Jedi. But in those 2 years after that, it was like. It was like I've never experienced something like this before. It was like witnessing the Avengers again, like where everyone just agreed, like the 96% critic rating, like 94 audience, like everyone loved Episode 7, and now people are whining about it. But
it was around that era where I started to grasp the concept of not everyone likes the movies that I like.
I know it's so sad.
It was because of Star Wars and Transformers. Because we have like Age of Extinction coming out around that time, and The Last Night coming around that time.
No, Transformers are wrong.
And The Last Jedi. And so
I have a lot of great things about Age of Extinction, but no one else will, because if you thought Last Jedi was hated,
Age of
Extinction
is peak.
it's so good.
That's not Star Wars, so let's move on.
It's not, but it's very good.
So another early memory before like. I will say I just remembered what probably is my actually earliest memory of Star Wars. I remember sitting in the living room with my dad watching a movie. I had no clue what was going on. I'm really young. I just distinctly remember in Mos Eisley Cantina, the guy's arm getting cut off, and it just pans to the floor, and there's the blood on the ground with the arm laying there.
That's
like
scary
that is the thing that I remember the most as a kid. I just remember that specific shot,
gosh.
and then like I got older and started to realize, oh, that's where that's from, because that was just that one memory in my head that I just always remember that specific scene. But then
random citizens rated on.
Yeah, and I had the complete saga on the DS that I would play all the time
same.
with my older cousin. I had it on the Wii.
DS download play,
Yeah, so we'd always play that, and I just remember the I Am Your Father scene is like Darth Vader holds up a picture of him and Padme is like
it's that game's so good.
I think I watched the prequel of 321 mostly because at this time I already know what happened because I had played the Lego game at that point. So I just went in the order of how interested I was in the movie. So I was like, well, episode 3 is the coolest one, so I'm gonna watch that one first.
For sure.
And then so on, because I had watched episode 7, loved it, and then that's when I started my total deep dive into Star Wars and gathering as much info as I can and watching everything that I can.
When I was growing up, I remember because the Clone Wars was out, so that's mostly what I had most of my figures of as a kid. Was I just had Clone Wars versions, so I had like Phase 1 Rex, I had Anakin, Obi-Wan, some droids, Anakin's Jedi Starfighter. I had like that stuff all, and then I had some original trilogy. So I had like Luke from Return of the Jedi and Vader, and I think I had some. And the only Han I had was from the Desert Skiff when he's blind. That's the only Han I ever had. I didn't have a Chewbacca, but I remember eventually I did finally get Anakin and Obi-Wan from Revenge of the Sith, and Anakin is missing a foot, both his legs and his arm, because I snapped them off as a kid because my brain went, oh, I'm gonna recreate it. I remember being so upset that I broke those because I was broken. Yeah, it was broken. I tried to put it back on, it wouldn't go.
Mom. I remember Keep saying what you're saying.
But luckily now, I was lucky enough to snag that deluxe
Yes.
big packaging of the Dualon Mustafar.
Twice.
Twice on accident because it was crashing. So I ordered it once and I thought I didn't get it, so I ordered again. So
Uh-oh.
I now have two of them. One's open, one isn't open, and sits on the top of my shelf.
He went to pay his bills that month
And
and it
it-
got declined. He's like,
And it's I haven't decided what I'm gonna do with it. My one hopeful thought is if I keep it long enough, maybe by some miracle I might be able to meet Hayden and Ewan McGregor and have them sign it.
there
I
are
think
cons.
that would be sick
You just got to go.
for that to
Hayden
happen.
Christensen and Ewan McGregor, come on the pod, please.
Yeah, sign my Star Wars
Be our
action figures
68
of both of you
subscriber.
guys. No, but I was just happy to get them because like I got all like I got into a phase where I bought a bunch of New Hope figures and I was like, and then they were coming out for the 25th anniversary Revenge of the Sith. Is that what it was at? Or was it 30th?
20th.
The 20th fake fan. The 20th
Real.
anniversary of Revenge of the Sith, and they came out with those classic packaging for characters. So I started buying those, just hoping we'd get Hayden in it, that we'd get Anakin and Obi-Wan. And we finally did it, and I was like, dang it, this big package that you have to have Hasbro Pulse Plus,
Yeah.
whatever it's called, to get it. And I was like, okay, fine, I guess I'll pay that for it. Then they came out with just single versions of them, but I guess now I got cool
Yeah, the setup is
Sith
cool.
face of
Yep.
Anakin and the background and whatnot. But no, I said another thing about the toys, the toy with plastic lightsabers, where you're dueling with your cousin or a friend and you accidentally hit each other on the finger, and it becomes
Yeah.
just. It's no longer like trying to be like all. It becomes just
Stop!
swinging.
Stop! Stop!
You're just getting the crap beat out
Yep.
of you. But
It becomes
Yeah.
an actual duel.
yeah,
Stop.
I had like Clone Wars Anakin's lightsaber where you actually had the switch and it flinged it up and it lit up and whatnot.
Very cool.
But
I remember when they were re-releasing episode 1 in like 2011,
3D.
2012.
Yeah, I
Like,
saw that.
I was into Star Wars at that point, so I didn't even really know what it really was because I wasn't sure if it was like a new movie or if it was like a re-release or whatever. And just seeing all like the merchandise everywhere and like McDonald's toys and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
That movie was so confusing as a kid. Like, when I finally watched it, I'm like, I never thought it was boring, which I'm surprised by. But, like, all the trade and, like, Padme having, like, a fake, like, a stand-in, I didn't understand any of that. I was so confused. I'm like, wait, hold on. And I know people that they're like, I didn't understand that movie till I was, like, till I rewatched it recently.
I
And
just
I'm
thought
like, yeah, it's,
Darth Maul was sick.
yes,
Qui-Gon was
literally.
cool.
Qui-Gon was cool.
I
Darth Maul's
knew. I
awesome.
heard Obi-Wan and my brain went, "Oh yes, Kenobi."
I think the last time I watched it was
In the
Wow.
theater, probably, when we...
no, I watched it again before in the lead up to watch episode 3 in the
Oh,
theater.
did you? Okay.
Yeah.
And I think that was probably the most I understood it.
Was
Probably
Darth Maul cool?
I-
Qui-Gon cool? Why did Boss Nass make that weird noise twice?
I think it's a movie.
Pod racing be
you
cool?
understand more.
Yeah,
and more
pod racing
every
cool.
time you watch it.
Yes. Which I do like Phantom Menace.
Misa Jar Jar Binks.
Never hated him. Proud to say that.
My girlfriend liked him. He's
Good.
Oh, Jordan.
Good. I knew she.
I'm not surprised.
Me either.
I just remembered because me watching the prequels for the first time wasn't. I don't think they were like the real cuts because I had watched them on YouTube.
Oh no.
Because there's this account that uploaded like the entire movie called the anti-cheese cuts. So I guess they cut out cheesy stuff or whatever. Because
For the charm.
Because I'm pretty sure they had like cut out Jar Jar from a lot of scenes, and there was one scene. I think it's the scene where he's like convincing everyone to join Palpatine or whatever, and his voice is like super deep.
That is
I
awesome.
was like, that sounds odd, but whatever. I'm just gonna keep watching.
So stupid.
I was happy that
Those aren't on YouTube anymore.
I was happy that the actor who played Jar Jar got like a cool little scene
too.
in Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
That was nice. I said I'm not a fan of Jar Jar, but you know,
Not the actor's
it's
fault.
it's not the actor's fault. It's no
Correct.
different than what happened with like
Jake Lloyd.
Jack Lloyd
Also
and
never hated him.
the actress for Rose Tico.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not. I
that
wasn't.
was
I
bad.
wasn't a fan of Rose Tico, but I'm not gonna go yell at the
That
actress who
was
played
really
her.
bad.
That's crazy.
I was like ashamed. I'm like, oh, I'm a Star Wars fan. Like,
Yeah,
what
Rose
what
isn't
are we doing?
Rose isn't a character I like very much either, but
No.
yeah,
but
like no hate to the actress.
I'm sure Kelly Marie Tran is delightful.
Yeah.
You know? Holy cow. She's reading a script, people.
Yeah,
That was bad. I forgot about that.
that was really bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa.
My goodness. But
There's so much to say about Star Wars fans that we start with positive and it just eventually
It's just
we
going
get to
down.
something. We get to something a little.
no, like I'm on that side that's like, because you guys are more, you like the newer movies. I'm on the side that isn't a big fan of newer movies, but I'm not gonna not gonna yell at people for it. What in the world?
You have common sense.
Maybe
Something that a lot of
a little
Star
bit.
Wars fans don't have.
you know, a good thing. The finale of Mando season 2.
I will say
Moff Gideon, right?
Luke Skywalker.
Luke.
Oh yeah, great.
Okay,
like that
so
a lot.
like I was saying earlier, one of the reasons I didn't was because of Luke. Luke is one of my favorite characters. When I was growing up, he was my hero. So after
Yeah.
that last movie, I was like really disappointed. I got Battlefront 2, which Battlefront 2, that Luke scene is amazing in that game too.
Yep.
So like him being like, "Oh, why'd you help me? Because you asked." I thought that was amazing. It's like, "Oh, like what's do something better." It's like, "Oh, what's that? The rebel, like the rebels or whatnot." He's like, "No, just something better." Like I thought that was awesome. That was very Luke to me. I get to Mandalorian. I remember just seeing that X-wing flying up, and I was
So
like,
cool.
"We're gonna get saved by one X-wing." It did not click. I'm not
Yeah.
kidding to you. It did not click.
There's
in
no
my
way they're
brain
doing this.
because I thought it was just, oh, it's gonna be the New Republic is pulling up now. It's gonna be like, oh, just one X-wing, and it's gonna be like, boom, all of them are there. I thought that's what it was gonna be, and then he just lands, and then the music is just going, and then I see him jump out, and I'm like, he's in a cloak, and it's
Yeah.
just it starts going,
Like,
and I'm
is
sitting
that-
there, him just going, and then all of a sudden you see him cutting through the hallways.
Yep.
And then it cuts, and it's that pan out shot with the glove with the lightsaber,
Yep.
and you just see the green, and it just pans out. He's just slicing through them, just tearing them
Yep.
up. And I'm not gonna kid you. I had a tear in my eye. I was tearing up during that scene. I was like, oh my gosh, it's Luke frickin' Skywalker, the Luke I was hoping to see. I needed to see him like that. I said modern day like type of choreography fighting,
Yep.
him being able to do what they couldn't do back then.
Back then, yeah.
That type of stuff. It was awesome. I said I loved every second of that scene. He walks up, like, yeah, when it first came out, probably the face stuff wasn't the greatest thing. And they had Mark Hamill did do the voice, didn't he?
Yeah.
So they had him come in. He talked.
He was like on set, did it.
Yeah,
did
and
it
then they
first,
had the
and
other
then-
person
yeah.
come do it.
Gotcha.
But I said just hearing him talk and then the face wasn't the great, but it looked like Luke. And then
Yeah.
even like the guy's face normally, like without the dots and whatnot.
He looked better in
He
Boba
looked-
Fett.
yeah.
But that's a great actor for him.
Yeah, but I was like, okay, if we want to do a live action, like, let's say we get the ending of all the Mando stuff, like the full out ending with like against Thrawn and whatnot, and you bring in Luke to do stuff. I have good faith that it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be like that.
I'm here to take this kid and bring him to a new school I'm founding. It's gonna go great. It's gonna go very
It's
well.
gonna go great. It's okay.
Nothing's gonna go wrong.
He lives. He gets out of there.
Nothing's yes.
I
He
don't-
gets out of there.
I don't remember exactly what I was thinking when I was watching that, but I would guess I probably thought it was Ahsoka, but then
Yeah, that'd make the most sense because he met her.
yeah, because he was
That is true.
She was in the
Yes,
show before.
that is true.
But then I probably thought, well, why would she be flying an X-wing?
She's borrowing it.
And so I don't think they clicked until I saw the lightsaber.
I think I clocked it pretty quick, but
Well,
it was less
like-
it was more of a there's no way they're doing it. Like there's
I-
no way
yeah.
that we're gonna get this something cool in a show. Like there's
I
no
probably
way.
thought it was like, no,
Yeah.
no way.
Like I hope it's Luke,
Yeah.
but I doubt it. It's
And
gonna
then
be like
and then like, to like actually show him
See
yeah,
is
not
another
yep.
one.
that. See that. So that's what I'm hoping maybe by some chance. I don't care if it's Clone Wars. If you bring in that actor into it, I'm hoping for like a Luke show or something where he's just teaching, and then let's say you bring in like a bad guy and
Yeah.
he has to go fight him. Like I don't know, some kind of Sith or something. I don't know. Do whatever you want.
Make
But
someone up.
Make someone up. Some new threat that Luke
Yep.
has to go stop.
Some
But I was like,
Inquisitor
that
or
would
something.
be great. I said I would love that. Because even like the stuff in the best episodes of Book of Boba Fett were the ones with the Mandalorian and
Oh,
Luke.
easily. Yeah. Yeah, there's not.
I said
not
as
even
soon as Mando showed up, that show like got better.
Yeah.
They got competent writers for an episode that has Mando or Luke in it. Like, all right,
They
go take
knew-
a break. We're gonna write the other ones really
they
fast.
they knew pretty dang well. They were like, yeah, once Mando shows up, it's like wasn't it Bryce Dallas Howard for those 2 episodes?
Probably
I
because she
think so.
did a lot of Ahsoka too. She's a great director.
They also got Ludwig to score those episodes. and
Everyone who has skill, stay here to write Mando and Luke scenes. Everyone else, take a hike.
Hey,
I
at
like
that point,
that show more the second time I watched it.
at that point in time, Mando was the moneymaker, so it made sense.
yeah.
Like anytime Mando shows up, you're gonna have
Yep.
to.
It was a mistake to resolve that plot line in a different show.
Yeah, I will
I
say.
agree.
Because
That was weird.
my mom is watching the show right now for the first time, and I'm like, all right, you have to watch season 1, season 2, and then watch Book of Boba Fett, and then watch season 3, and then you can watch the new movie.
They almost should have just given Boba Fett a quick side plot in Mandalorian and like just call
Yeah.
it season 3
Or
and
you
then
should
season
have just
4.
done Book of Boba Fett should have been Mandalorian season 3. Him and Mando are just let's say doing bounties,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would have been
have-
good.
doing some cool stuff.
Have Mando help fight the Pikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you can have like a subplot of Mando doing something, and then like Boba's doing stuff because Boba Fett's still a Mandalorian.
True.
Because this is a separate plot line from like Moff Gideon stuff, and
Right.
which was also an issue I had with season 3 because we're doing the Moff Gideon again, so and we're still on this. So
Yeah, it
Yeah,
dragged out.
that's the one thing I'm very excited for. Mandalorian Grogu is Moff Gideon isn't there anymore. It's going to be him versus
Yeah.
I think what was it, the Hutts,
I think it's the Hutts.
and then Mondo I think is it it's that guy. He has a flat hat. I don't know.
Not Cad Bane.
No, it's not Cad Bane.
I don't know
It's
his
like a
name.
different. He's like, I think he was in Clone Wars.
Hondo.
No,
No, it's not Hondo.
He's. They showed him off in one of the trailers. He's walking.
He's in the trailer.
And
I don't know
he
his
has like, and it's a nice looking shot. Is him walking in the
Like,
rain,
in the
and it's
dark,
like a
yeah.
like little dog thing is walking next to him. I was gonna pull out my phone, but we're filming with it.
Yeah.
But no, I think he's gonna be one of the people they're gonna have to fight. But I can't. Just call me fake fan. I can't remember the name. And I'm I'm excited for the movie.
I thought Gideon was good, but yeah, they definitely dragged that out way too much.
What's your opinion on Jinky Minus?
Who?
Well, Gaper Bingzoid.
You know who's my favorite?
Khakis?
Why am I
Ben
blanking?
Quadrinos.
I know
Oh.
him.
That is a real character.
my favorite character in all Star Wars, Max Rebo.
You know Max Rebo?
You don't know
I
Max
think I know him
Rebo?
when I saw his face. Is he a pod racer?
No, I have a minifigure of Max Rebo. He's jamming out right now upstairs in the barge.
Yeah.
He's the little blue guy that's playing the instruments.
Oh,
he's not my favorite character.
The
I just
little
think
ele-
it's-
the little
I just
elephant
remember
guy.
everyone was when the barge was coming out. Everyone was so excited that like, oh, we're getting Max Rebo.
Max Rebo was so mischaracterized in episode 6. Injustice. Little elephant guy. I know him. He's fun.
Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like that set. It is very overpriced. I bought it because I wanted it because I always wanted the small one as a kid that they came out with. I never got it, so I saw that one. I was like, yup, getting that. I could have brought that down. Would have sat perfectly.
You're a Star Wars fan. Name the dude in Empire Strikes Back that was carrying the ice cream machine.
I don't know. Ice cream.
I
Jim.
don't know.
Name the guy in all black with a red lightsaber who is Luke's father.
Name every single alien, their species, and their name that is in the Mos Eisley Cantina scene.
Name every planet in Star Wars ever.
I could do a lot. Hey, we should do that.
No.
No, not do that. Like, we keep going, and first person to not be able to name a planet is out.
I'd lose because I'm terrible with names.
No repeats.
Yeah, no repeats.
No
Planets.
repeats. Planets.
Tatooine.
I think that'd be fun. Start with Tatooine.
We're not doing that.
I'm gonna lose immediately
That's-
because my brain.
that would've been so fun.
My brain just goes psst whenever I.
That
get
It
to
wouldn't
a
have.
point
It
like
wouldn't
that.
take long.
It would take.
Yeah,
It would take
no,
too
it
long.
wouldn't.
Yes,
Oh.
it would.
No, it wouldn't.
You underestimate how far we can go with this.
So let's do it. If it takes too long, we cut it.
No.
Y'all are boring.
Y'all- How long have we been sitting here talking?
50 minutes.
Oh my.
That'd be fun.
Okay, well,
Whatever.
I guess while we're on newer stuff, we have yet to watch the Mall show. We really should.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard it's really good. so far. I
I
thought.
haven't really heard anything yet.
I heard someone say they were liking it.
I hope it's good. I'm gonna watch it when I have time.
I heard that his lightsaber sound effect
screams.
has his screams in it.
That's cool.
Like they took why am I blanking on his name?
Sam Witwer.
Yeah, Sam Witwer. They took his screams. He's just screaming in a booth, and they just took it and like put it.
It's kind of subtle, but it's cool.
That's
Yeah.
fire.
Was Canto Bight? That was the whole planet, right? Not just the town.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it's the whole planet.
He
I've,
brings
I've
it.
gotten like
Wait.
50.
I think it is the city. It's Canto Bight.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure I heard them call it something else.
I was gonna say Canto Bight if we were doing the game, which we're not. But I guess that would have been wrong.
Canto Bite.
Yeah, he lost.
Yep. I didn't actually come in to play the game. But
Yeah.
Also, but like, would Yavin 4 count? Or Endor? Because those are moons.
we could say Endor and Moon of Endor.
The Death Star. Look at that! They're heading for that small moon. That ain't no
That's no
moon.
moon.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Well, I guess we got those episodes coming out. So I guess whenever the show's probably done, I wouldn't be surprised if after we watch it, we'll probably say whether we liked it or not. Probably on here. But the thing that's coming up this month, because it is now this month, is Mandalorian and
Yep.
Grogu.
Yep.
He's
We're
more.
seeing that trailer every single time I go to a movie.
He's more cautious for it. Me and Jay are hyped
Yep.
because, like I said, Mandalorian brought me back to Star Wars to loving it along with the game. So like, I eat that stuff up. I love it.
So I'm one that didn't enjoy it season 3 that much.
Yeah.
And so I'm just hoping they do something to really bring me back.
Yep, me too.
And the more I see like the sets for the movie, because there's some, like a lot of those aliens and some of those sets are just practical. I'm like, they're going back to practical stuff, and then
Yeah.
it's just
So I'm
this-
glad we're doing less of the volume and more of just actually.
Didn't season 1 like pioneer the volume?
Yeah.
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 And they used it well because they didn't use it. They used it like not for every single shot, but like they just used it more and more.
Yeah.
And you're like, this does not look very good. Like visually, it went the grading from 1 to especially 3 is like
even-
night and day.
Yeah. I'm excited to watch Mando just do his usual stuff.
Yep.
I said, like, say what you want, like, oh, it's going on too long. I was like, well, this is the ending. We're getting the ending. This is the ending of their story. I'm happy that we at least get to watch the ending of their story.
Sure.
If it was, because if everyone got their way, it would have just been canceled after season 3. You never see him again.
Yeah.
Oh, season 3 sucked. Season 1 and 2 were good. Well, season 3 sucked. Do you want them to try to redeem themselves, or you just want them to go away?
Yeah.
Do you want to live the rest of your life with that sour taste in your mouth, or do you want to?
Give it a chance.
It's the same thing with sequels, like Rick said earlier. Like, 3 was bad. Okay. 1 and 2.
Yeah.
People are coming
Well,
around on it.
Still not a fan of 2, but
Not talking about you.
what? 1's good. The 7's good.
There you go.
Rogue One's good. Even though
Rogue
you
One's very good.
yeah.
What do you mean
So-
you don't? Rogue
I
One's
thought
freaking
you said
awesome.
something about
No.
Rogue One. Maybe that was someone else.
Rogue One is
Probably
probably
Nick.
probably the
Rogue
most
One.
objectively good.
Rogue
Disney
One
movie.
is probably my favorite thing that Disney has done
It's so
for the
good.
movies. I would say it was probably my favorite one.
It's banging.
Yeah, that Darth Vader scene. Some people are like that Darth Vader scene is the only reason why people like it. I was like, no, I just like the feel of it. Like the
And it gave us
story. The story
Andor.
was good.
Gave us Andor. My goodness.
I still need to watch Andor.
Oh, it's so
I just
haven't
remember
seen
that.
Yeah.
so
I'm
good.
dropping the ball on that one. I said I just remember it was coming out, and I think it was that time where I was starting getting burned out by just everything on Disney Plus.
I'm fairly certain season 1 came out really close to Boba Fett season 3 or Mando season 3. I didn't watch it. I read it. I'm like
Yeah.
you.
Because I think both seasons of Andor just came out during times where something else I cared about a lot was coming out.
That's fair.
So like I'm hyped for this
'Cause,
thing.
like, I've
And
had,
this
like-
thing,
It's
I can-
really cool. Show.
I've had like Invincible. I've had
Yeah.
bunch of just other shows that have just that are just always they're always just coming out, and I'm like, and then it gets to a point where I have to choose, and then I forget about the other show. So,
real.
but I have watched Ahsoka, which, yeah, a lot of good
I
stuff
like
in that
Ahsoka a
one.
lot. Yep, can't talk about it because Jay hasn't watched it. But
Yeah,
easy
'Cause
7.5. Very,
he's
very
trying
solid.
to watch Rebels before he watches it,
Oh, Rebels.
and
is
he hasn't even
awesome.
got. I don't think have you even started Rebels?
I think I watched maybe 4 episodes.
Rebels is disgustingly good.
Like what, 3 years ago at this point?
It is.
I'll have to rewatch this episode.
I remember I watched quite a bit of Rebels, and then I stopped watching it, and then when the trailer came out and Darth Vader showed up again, I was just like, okay, I gotta catch up. Because at that time, I think that was around, that show was coming out during, I think when I would have been in high school, I believe.
What show?
Rebels.
Rebels premiered in
No, I
2014.
I lived in my old house.
So
Old house. So I would have been 13 when it started.
Okay, well, I was still
like
young.
late elementary
Yeah.
to junior high.
That second half of the series, that would have been, I don't know. I just remembered I started watching it, then got off of it because at that time it was still like, oh, cable. I'm watching it off of cable. I have to catch it.
Yeah, I was on
when it
Disney
comes.
XD. Yep.
I had to catch it whenever it came out. So like, they came a point where like I think I got busy and just stopped watching it. And then I remember seeing a trailer for Darth Vader, and I was just like, oh,
Whoa.
okay.
Walk in.
So then I don't know if they had like the older episodes on, so I somehow found a way to watch them. But
Oh, cable's so annoying.
Another big thing. Say what you want about Obi-Wan. Darth Vader at the
That-
end of the season.
That fight.
That fight, that whole conversation.
My goat Qui-Gon came back. Very briefly.
I
but yeah.
am what you made me. Which I'm pretty sure that helmet behind me is a Kenobi one. I think I bought it. I think it was Kenobi when they came out with that one. Cause I was like, oh, a Darth Vader helmet, but because I'm pretty sure it's more based off how he was in New Hope, because it's got the red lenses. So I was like, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we got anything else to talk about?
I don't think so. We did really well with not being scary towards each other.
Negative. Yeah, this could have been a knockout drag-out fight.
No, Rick, I like the sequels.
I
Yo, Rick, me too.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like the sequels, but that's a varying opinion. So
We'll deal with this when the camera's off.
yeah, Luke sucked in The Last Jedi. Just saying.
You know
He's
what?
Stupid.
Square up.
Funny that you grabbed the red one.
If Jay loses, I'm never doing the pod again.
No, you know what? Luke Skywalker sucked. His reasoning for trying to kill Ben because of a bad dream was stupid.
No.
Yeah. Canto Bite, worst scene ever. My God.
We need to cut the camera. This is. I'm gonna.
I kind of agree with that.
Respect.
Canto Bite was.
Canto
not
Bite
the-
was the
not
most
greatest.
Finn and Rose Tico's part in that movie was the most pointless shit. I thought that whole fight right there was just gonna be
Good.
cut anyways.
Okay.
Well, guys,
Comment down below your least favorite thing in Star Wars ever, and be very mean about it.
tell Justin how much you hate The Last Jedi, and he will come after you personally.
I won't come after you. I'll just think less of you because clearly you don't have the capacity. Of
Whose
to-
opinion do you like the least? Mine, Rick's, or Justin's?
Share that in the comments below.
Now, okay, for real, what is your favorite thing about Star Wars?
There's a lot of good.
Comment that.
There's a lot of good.
Comment one nice thing about Star Wars.
And keep it
If
nice.
Star Wars fans can comment one nice thing about anything Star Wars, I know it's
And-
really hard.
And keep it nice. Do not start yelling at each other.
Don't be passive aggressive either. I know one of you will probably do that.
I'm sure.
One of you 5 people.
When you fight people.
3, maybe 2.
The one that is Jay that watches it to make
To make sure
TikToks.
Follow us on all the stuff
Letterboxd.
down below. Like, subscribe.
Give it about 3 weeks and you'll get a Star Wars review about Mandalorian and Grogu.
You'll probably get a Daredevil Born Again Season 2 review next week also. I'm not sure how that's going to go, if it'll be me, Rick, and Nick doing a review.
Or it might just be me and Jay.
Or if me and you do a review and we just tack that to the one that we have backlogged.
The backlog's still like 40 minutes long, so it's still
It's
decent length.
it just depends on how long
Yeah.
we talk about Daredevil.
That's fair.
We're going to keep you on your feet.
Yep.
Yeah. Mine says 3 weeks. Mine not says all.
Which Matt Murdock does like.
All right, bye.